Here we are at Chicagoland Speedway for the running of the Geico 400 and the next race of the Gatorade Cup Series. On the pole you have TJ Hanley, and to his outside is the 93 Tim Randolph. They got Brady Wormness and Derek Bouchard. Running at the top 5 is Justin Ethan. To his outside is Francis Dustin. Then you got John West and Levi Shones, Josh Shimito and Kevin Bandon, Ivy Hernandez, your points leader, and Michael Canto, Adam Lewis and Isaac Nichols, Andrew Miller and William Seaman, Carter Friesen and Keegan Thompson. Then you got Wyatt Walker in second in points, Code Luigi, Julius Harrison and Max Anderson. Then you got Marcus Sachi and Jay Jefferson, Alexander Rowe and Cynthia Bright, Patrick Smith and Brandon Tharp, then Alex Stewart and Kay Samito, Eli Bright and Riley Spurley-Dube, Evan Hunter and Jonathan Buford. Then you got Jason Smith Jr. and Joe Jefferson, Luke Rainey, your Bristol winner, and Tim Gary, DJ Reed and Trey Rainey. And then rounding out the field is Jeff Bright, your season number 2 champion, and Michael Gregory, your season number 4 champion. So 2 champions starting in the last row. It should be a fun race seeing them work their way through the field to the front. So TJ Hanley and Tim Randolph on the front row. Now let's go down trackside for the most famous words in motorsports.
Gentlemen, start your engine! All right, take a nice big deep breath so you get your seatbelts tugged. Double check your steering wheel. Sit back, relax, get a nice pace, nice rhythm, and let's go out there and have a good day, all right, bud?
42 cars roll to life here this afternoon, and it's going to be one wild race for 41 laps in the Geico 400 Chicago. We've seen some great races here before, some great finishes. Last season, a wild race. Lead lap cars wrecked by lap cars, big wrecks, great finish. And let's see how it goes here today. Pace car in 41 laps. TJ Hanley, Tim Randolph will lead the field to the green flag, and it is out. We're racing at Chicagoland. Boy, Hanley got a big jump as they come down the back straightaway for the first time here this afternoon. Brady Wormness spun the tires a little bit on the inside in third and let Tim Randolph down line. Randolph slots into second as they get into the wall of turn number 4. Common here at Chicago. John West looks for third as TJ Hanley pulls away to lead lap number 1. West now looking to the inside for third. He'll take it. Josh Shimito trying to follow suit. Ivy Hernandez, your points leader, coming up to the front into the top 5 already. He slots into the 5th position as they race their way down the back straightaway. Front 5-6 pull away. Randolph up the track a little bit. John West with a big run off of turn number 4. And West with a big run onto Hanley, as Josh and Ivy Hernandez trying to grab some positions. West's car looks very strong here so far. I know we're only 2 laps in, but West is mowing through the field, already up to second and trying to chase down your race leader, TJ Hanley. Is now Javier Hernandez for third, points leader. Already up to third, as behind them Andrew Miller might have been shoved onto the apron. They're 3 wide. And it looks like he'll be all right as they enter the corner. Code Luigi has gotten down to the inside lane. He's second in points, as we mentioned. Only 20 points behind as the battle for the lead rages on. John West is underneath TJ Hanley. And Hanley, after starting on pole, leading the first 3 laps, is going to surrender the race lead to John West. As they come off of turn number 4, they can see right there, West to the front. And now TJ under attack from Javier Hernandez. As Hernandez now looks to the bottom lane. The front 3 have really pulled away. And then Adam Lewis trying to run down that number 22 car. Tim Randolph has backed his way back up to 5th. And possibly even 6th as Keegan Thompson has come with a run. And here comes Thompson now to the inside of that number 93. Behind them they are sliding up the track, possibly going 4 wide. Oh, around goes Joe Jefferson, hard to the outside wall. Teammates involved. Eli Bright, Jason Samito Jr., William Seaman, Tim Gary, Patrick Smith, Jonathan Buford, Julius Anderson possibly involved. Looked like Joe Jefferson was one of the first to go around. Caution out, John West leads us back. And let's see what happened. The 39 car spins and hits the wall hard here at Chicagoland. So here they are, racing through 3 and 4. Levi Shones, Joe Jefferson, Marcus Sachi, 3 wide. Sachi just slides up into the 39, clips him right there. And then Jefferson gets down onto the apron and comes shooting back up the track. Nowhere for Levi Jones, his teammate, to go, and they hit the wall hard. Jones especially head on. Williams Heeman then comes down, gets Eli Bright. Bright had it missed. Innocent bystander Michael Gregory gets some damage. Patrick Smith, Jason Samito Jr., Tim Gary trying to avoid it. Trey Rainey, Isaac Nichols, Julius Harrison trying to go around the outside. Then Samito Jr. nails Eli Bright. That's where Bright got most of his damage. That's where Patrick Smith got most of his damage. And then here comes Julius Harrison, Jonathan Buford. Anderson gets a ton of damage, and so does Buford in that. But my oh my, some heavy, heavy damage. Let's look at that in real time, as those were some hard hits for Jones, Jefferson. See right there, trying to save it, gets down the apron, hits the wall hard. That is a terrible lick. Michael Gregory has more damage than what it appears. Eli Bright would have been fine, then Jason Samito Jr. nailed him. So John West did take the caution flag. He led us back to the stripe. I believe everyone stays out. We got a car smoking there. Looks like some do come down pit road. I'm not sure if they are. Oh, Tim Randolph down. Josh Samito. So we have some fuel mileage here. Tim Randolph coming down after only 6 laps on those tires. That is definitely fuel mileage. That's not tire strategy. Possibly wants to repair some of that damage, as he was up high for most of that run. Might have gotten some right side damage. As Randolph leaves, he's away. He's going to be first off of pit road, but he's going to have a long line of cars that he's going to start behind, as he is one of few that come down pit road. John West stays out, and he will lead us back to the green flag. Come down the back straightaway to take the green flag on lap number 10. So Joe Jefferson out, and that's 2 horrible races in a row for that 39 team. They led the points for most of the opening 5 races or so. Now he's going to be down outside the top 10, what it looks like. Patrick Smith and Julius Anderson also out. So we have 39 cars left in this race, with John West out front, Javier Hernandez in 2nd, TJ Hanley is 3rd, Adam Lewis 4th, and Keegan Thompson in 5th. Then you got Brady Ness in 6th, Code Luigi 7th, 8th, Francis Dustin 9th, Justin Heath, and Casey Mito rounds out the top 10. So pace car and John West is out front. Javier Hernandez behind him as they come down to the restart zone. Green flag back in the air, we're back racing. Hernandez did get a pretty good start there. Javier Hernandez trying to get to the lead. He'll get 5 bonus points if he leads this lap. And that could extend his points as he looks for the race lead down the back straightaway. Hanley got very tight behind that 78 right there. He's backing up to that 22 car. He's going to make a move underneath them. Side by side for the race lead. Hernandez trying to clear John West off turn number 4, and he's going to do it. Javier Hernandez to the race lead at Chicago. 5 bonus points for that 78 car. Don't count on Adam Lewis. Keegan Thompson getting a big run here. Thompson looks to the inside of Lewis. .30 laps to go this time by. They're 3 wide behind. Making a bold move was Coluigi to the middle lane. Battle for what looks to be the 4th position. TJ Hanley gets underneath John West. That's the highest battle up. Is there 3 wide behind. Look at Alexander Rowe go. Pushing up into Jefferson. Jefferson into Case Samito. Jefferson to the wall and around. Brandon Tharp involved. Case Samito as well. That's Max Harrison spinning. Caution out for 4 cars spinning on the back straightaway. And Javier Hernandez leads us back to the line. Keegan Thompson 2nd. And 4 cars in a crash fest on the back straightaway. These guys stacked up back here. My oh my. 4 wide does not work. And we saw it right there. Brandon Tharp went around. Max Anderson. Jay Jefferson, the 1 car as well. Also Katie Samito. Well, let's see what happened. Racing off of turn number 2. 4 wide doesn't work. Brandon Tharp. There's Alexander Rowe, Jay Jefferson, and Katie Samito. And Jefferson just slides up into Katie Samito. There's no room for 4 wide here. Nothing anyone in the top 3 did long. And Jefferson and Katie Samito hit the wall. They come down to Brandon Tharp. Francis Dustin or Cole Luigi get into the back of Katie Samito. And then the A3 of Max Anderson, an innocent bystander. Hey man, Cole Luigi, I think he just got by that. He has an onboard camera, So we'll have to go on board with him as first we'll look at this in real time, then we'll go on board with him, as he possibly just narrowly avoided being involved in this crash with his teammate. Which I believe he did avoid it. Luckily, none of those cars have very, very big damage, and they should be able to continue on. Ooh. I believe he'll be alright, though. He did hit the 27 really hard, but it looks like he was able to keep going. Kevin Ban was back here. Let's see what he saw. Cynthia Bright as well was back here in that number 24 Farmville Chevrolet. I believe Code Luigi should be fine. He's racing back. Look at how they race back here. 3-4 wide again, sliding up into the wall. Code Luigi and Cynthia Bright. The wall. Luigi goes down to the apron. I don't think there's any damage. Oh, there is some damage to that 42 car, but he got away with one right there. So back to the line first with Javier Hernandez in the 78 car. As everyone piles down pit road, not a soul stays out with that pace car. Do they do 2 tires, 4 tires, no tires? It's going to be very interesting to see. Hernandez puts 2 on. Going to be 4 for that 78. I believe some take 2. The 7 car did take 2 tires. So Alexander Rowe will be first off pit road, but he only has 2 tires on. Javier Hernandez will be the first off with 4 tires. So my Alexander Rowe will be your race leader when we get back to the green flag, but he will not be on 4 fresh tires. Comebacker in that number 17, no cars retired from that accident, but Alexander Rowe playing the strategy, gets out pit road in front, but he only has 2 tires. Everyone behind him took 4, including Javier Hernandez, Keegan Thompson, Adam Lewis, and John West. Andrew Miller, TJ Henley, DJ Reed, Evan Hunter, and Cynthia Bright. Then Francis Dustin, Riley Spurley, Michael Canto, Luke Rainey, and Jeff Bright are the top 15. So Javier Hernandez, leading coming into pit road, first off with 4 tires. It'll be interesting to see if he can get right around Alexander Rowe, or does Rowe get a great restart and get away from these guys. Here they come to the restart zone. Green flag back in the air in lap number 17. Decent restart there for the 7 car, but Javier Hernandez is getting a good run into turn 1. You can see Rowe's car is a little bit higher up on the track because of how tight he is. Thompson tried to make a move, but John West was already down there for 3rd. Hernandez stays in line for now, but entering 3 and 4, he's going to give a peek. Alexander Rowe leads at the stripe. Javier Hernandez is coming to the bottom lane. He has a big run into turn 1. He's going to take it in clear. But does John West have a run now? He does to the bottom lane. Getting close back there with Michael Canto and TJ Hanley. I thought that was going to be another wreck off of turn number 2. Now Andrew Miller for the race lead. 3 wide and Javier Hernandez with the big run. 4 wide for the race lead. DJ Reed to the bottom lane. Miller in the middle leads. DJ Reed trying to get to the race lead. Now he's on the bottom lane. And Reed clears. Slides up. Andrew Miller back to 2nd. John West is 3rd. Cynthia Bright has come up to 4th. Evan Hunter is up to 5th. Now for 2nd. John West back by Andrew Miller. They're shuffling back there. Luke Rainey onto the apron. Down low into the corner. Slows the pack. Behind them, Kevin Ban and Michael Canto making contact. What great racing this is. The front 2 have cleared. Behind there's a big battle for 3rd. Cynthia Bright has it. Evan Hunter trying to get it. Andrew Miller had it at the line. He's already back to 6th. Front few have pulled away. About front 5 have pulled away. Francis Dustin for 3rd. And this just protecting the front 2 unless Evan Hunter can clear right there down the back straightaway. 20 laps to go this time. Out front it's DJ Reed. Then It's John West, Evan Hunter, Francis Dustin. And then Cynthia Bright rounds out the top 5. And then behind they are battling for position hard. Javier Hernandez is back to 6th. Andrew Miller, Riley Spraylytube is there, going 3 wide with 2 Penske cars. I thought that was 2 Penske cars, but Adam Lewis and Trey Rainey. Then you got Luke Rainey right behind. The front 5 in a line, trying to make moves. Francis Dustin trying to get underneath Evan Hunter right here. He might have it. He does. He has a position underneath that 11 car. And now John West for the race lead. He gets underneath DJ Reed. Down the backstretch, Reed with a good run off the top, but John West has it wound up on the bottom lane. West slides up, gives Reed some room. And John West will have the race lead. They're going to catch Levi Jones, who is very slow. The whole front of that car is just demolished. I don't believe any other lap cars are really within the vicinity of them. 3 wide now for second. Cynthia Bright underneath Francis Dustin and DJ Reed as they come down the back straightaway. Luckily for them, when they catch the lap car, most of them will be single file out at the front. So it won't be a worry. John West going to go around the outside of Shones. Oh, Shones up! West into the wall with Shones! Yellow out! Shones gets hit by Alexander Rowe. He spins up into the outside wall. Eli Bright, William Seaman. Oh my word. John West into the wall hard with Levi Shones. Brings out the caution, and do they come down pit road? Looks like they'll stay out. All right, let's see what happened. John West and Levi Shones involved in a crash. Here they are, racing off of turn number 4. Levi Shones lap car. John West, your race leader. And just like we saw in season number 3 at Atlanta, a lap car up into the race leader takes him out along with many of the field. This time, John West, the race leader, trying to get around the outside of Shones, and kind of the same thing. Shones comes up, gets John West, and they go into the wall. Cynthia Bright goes by. DJ Reed, Francis Dustin, Evan Hunter. Does Javier Hernandez get by John West to the line? Shones spins, brings out the yellow. John West slots in about 6th. And then right here, this is where it gets horrible. Shones down into the pack, and here comes Alexander Rowe. Boom. Into that 7 car hard. And then Rowe spins up. He's going to hit the wall hard right here. Clobbers it. And now here comes some other cars with nowhere to go. Tim Gary gets some damage. Code Luigi. Oh, we got it again. Wow, that's a hard hit right there for Justin Heath, Eli Bright, William Seaman, Katie Samito, possibly Tim Randolph. Wyatt Walker escapes through the middle. But my oh my, a big crash. And let's go and look at this in real time. And then we have a few onboard cameras to show you from that. Right there, he gets the 7 car. Well, let's go on board Cynthia Bright as she escapes with the race lead. After all that takes place, you'll be able to see the 87 and the 14 make contact. And the caution flies. Now let's go on board with Code Luigi, see how much damage he got from this. Can't see. The 7's up there. Oh. Yeah, that's a tough break there, Code Luigi. Michael Gregory has an onboard. He's very lucky to escape without any damage. And one more with Kevin Bannon in that number 18 car. And he saw the 7 get hit right there. That's where, ooh. So as you mentioned, Cynthia Bright leads us back to the line. They stay out, and Bright will be a race leader. It's going to be a restart with just over 10 laps to go. Going back in lap number 29. The cars out because of that are Levi Shones and Alexander Rowe. So 37 cars still left in this race with Cynthia Bright out front, trying to hold on win. Francis Dustin in second. DJ Reed is third. Evan Hunter in fourth, and Javier Hernandez is fifth-year points leader. Then got John West in sixth. Trey Rainey seventh. Isaac Nichols, Luke Rainey, and Derek Bouchard round out the top 10. In the front five, two have won a race this season. Cynthia Bright won at Phoenix. DJ Reed has won also this season. Can they get their second win of the season in a row? Someone else deny them. Into the restart zone they come. Cynthia Bright steps on the gas. We're back racing at Chicagoland. Boy, and Francis Dustin is all over the back bumper of that 24 car. Makes a move into turn one. Dustin to the race lead. A car is holding up the pack. It might have been the 42. DJ Reed to the bottom lane. Evan Hunter following him. You have to position yourself in case there's a late yellow, or you have to position yourself in case there's not a late yellow. 12 laps of racing to go. DJ Reed is out front. Evan Hunter to the bottom lane now. Trey Rainey for third back there. And don't count out Isaac Nichols in the 48. He's a champion of the IROC Series. He's fifth. Evan Hunter still trying to get by DJ Reed. He's going to do it right here in 3 and 4. Isaac Nichols for third underneath Trey Rainey. Evan Hunter clears. And they're battling behind him. Nichols for second now. DJ Reed trying to get a big run on the outside there. But Isaac Nichols keeps it to the inside of him as they enter 3 and 4. Come to 10 laps to go this time. Trey Rainey fights a hold down low. Nichols to second. Rainey looking for second. Evan Hunter trying to protect this race lead with 10 laps of racing to go. Here comes Trey Rainey now. Two Toyotas battle it out. Chevrolet of Isaac Nichols in third. Carter Friesen the Ford in fourth. And Isaac Nichols to second. Trey Rainey to the race lead. Carter Friesen for third. Evan Hunter backing up on the outside lane. Nichols now looks to the bottom. For the race lead at the stripe, Nichols leads. Less than 10 laps to go. They're spinning. 13 on to the outside wall, Alex Stewart. Javier Hernandez, your points leader involved. Michael Gregory, Riley Spurleytube. And the caution comes out late. Racing back to the line for the race lead. Carter Friesen trying to get from Isaac Nichols to the stripe. Friesen will lead at the stripe. He's got to deal with the restart with under 5 laps to go at Chicagoland. What I saw, Alex Stewart was spun up into the pack, and many cars were involved after that. Let's check out and see what happened. Here's what happened. Racing off of turn number 4, just outside the top 10. Alex Stewart in the 13 car hits the wall, and then Josh Samito with a big run, and Alex Stewart kind of turns down into that number 15 car like he wasn't there, spins him up into the wall, and Javier Hernandez, nowhere to go in your points leader, heavy damage to that 78 car, and a hard hit. Wow, TJ Hanley, Jeff Wright just missed it, but Riley Spurleytube involved. Michael Gregory lifts that 47 up off the ground, and then the rest of the cars drive on by. And that's going to take all 4 of those cars out of the race. Probably, unless the 78 can keep it in. So look at this in real time. Then we'll go on board with the 78 and the 29 car. And TJ Hanley and Jeff Bright just barely missed that right there. Hanley did get some damage, but it could have been a lot worse. Wow. Kevin Bann also just narrowly missed that. We have it on board with him as well. First, let's go on board with Javier Hernandez. Your points leader had a 20-point lead over Code Luigi, and does that points lead go away here today? Yeah, those were some hard hits right there. Also going on board the 29, Michael Gregory, who lifted the 47 up off the ground. Can't see all that smoke, and oh. Yeah, that's a tough position to be in when you're trying to drive through the smoke. You can't see anything. And one more with Kevin Bann, who just barely missed this. Oh. Wow. And that sets up a late race restart with Carter Friesen in the 99 out in front. They're, of course, going to stay out. It's going to be under 5 laps to go when we get the green flag. Come back to the green flag with 4 laps to go on that number 38. The cars that are out are Michael Gregory, Riley Spurley-Tube, Alex Stewart, and Javier Hernandez. There are 33 cars left in this race. Carter Friesen with the race lead, trying to hold on. Isaac Nichols is second. Trey Rainey third. Bray Ornest up to fourth. Where'd he come from? And John West is fifth. They got DJ Reed, Cynthia Bright, Evan Hunter, Francis Dustin, and Derek Bouchard rounding out the top 10. Who wins it? Pace car in. Carter Friesen trying to hold on and win as they come into the restart zone. Friesen steps on the gas. We are back racing at Chicagoland. He gets a great jump on Isaac Nichols. Yeah, he started early in the box, and that probably caught Isaac Nichols a little bit sleeping there, so they're going to be bound for second now. Trey Rainey gets underneath. But can Nichols clear Rainey down the back and have a shot at Friesen? He doesn't. Trey Rainey. Ooh, behind them making contact. Cynthia Bright and Francis Dustin. That might end the race. They somehow saved it. 3 to go. Rainey trying to run down Friesen. He has time. He has time as long as there's not a caution. Coming down the backstretch. They're coming to 2 to go, and Rainey is on the back bumper of Friesen. Here he goes. He's going to make the move in 3 and 4 right here. Underneath Friesen. Friesen into the wall. Rainey gets by. 2 laps of racing to go at Chicago. But now does Friesen run Rainey back down and try and make a move? I think Rainey might be way too far ahead. I think this might be his race. Unless Friesen can really catch him in this final 1.5 lap. Here they come. Into 3 and 4. To the stripe. They will see the white flag. One more time around for Trey Rainey. Friesen trying to run him down. And it's a big gap back to that 99 car. If Rainey runs smooth laps, he's going to get the victory. Into 1 and 2. Friesen trying everything he can. Running hard as they come down the back straightaway. Right now, it's Trey Rainey's race as they hit 3 and 4 for the final time here this afternoon. Trey Rainey is going to do it in that number 56 car for turn number 4. Trey Rainey picks up another victory as Gatorade Cup Series career. He wins it at Chicagoland. What a great race that was. Trey Rainey picks up a victory here at Chicagoland. That catapults him in the points. And now can he make the chase once again and try and compete for that championship? Let's go and check out the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Geico 400 at Chicagoland. There were 4 caution flags for 16 laps and a 12 lead change among 11 different drivers. Trey Rainey started 40th. He gets up to the race lead and leads 3 laps. He beats Carter Friesen, who ends up 2nd. DJ Reed is 3rd. Derek Bouchard in 4th. And Bray Gordon is 5th. Then Keegan Thompson in 6th. John West led the most laps, 7. He ends up 7th. Josh Mino 8th. Evan Hunter, a great race for him. He ends up 9th. And Isaac Nichols, a well-needed 10th. So there's your top 20. How about Hendrick Motorsports right there? 10th, 11th. That's what they need to kind of find some more momentum to try and get themselves back up into the point standings. See another Hendrick car started 42nd. Jeff Bryan's up 17th, so that's not too bad for him. Luke Rainey, last race winner, started 37th. He ends up 12th. I'm sure he'll take that. He got into the wall a lot. And TJ Hanley started on pole. He led the first 3 laps and then fell back and never was able to get the track position back. He ends up 20th. Decent day for him, but I'm sure he would have wanted a lot more after starting on pole. So as you look down 21st to 40th, Eli Bright, the other Hendrick car down here, was involved in just about every crash. He ends up 32nd. Obviously, disappointing day for him. Javier Hernandez had the points lead, ends up 34th. He'll lose it, but won't be Dakota Luigi, as Luigi also had a tough day. He ends up 29th after being involved in some accidents, getting some damage, slowing the car. And you see a dismal day for some of these guys down here, especially Joe Jefferson. 2 races in a row involved in wrecks, and it's going to take him out of the top 10 points. Now let's go to the point standings. Here are the point standings after Chicagoland. DJ Reed has the points lead, and Trey Rainey right behind him in 2nd. Those 2 have wins this season. Marcus Sachi is 3rd. Javier Hernandez falls to 4th, and Luigi falls to 5th. Then Andrew Miller is solid 6th. Alexander Rowe is 7th. Michael Canto 8th. Justin Heath 9th. And TJ Hanley holding the last chase spot in 10th. So there's your top 20. As we have mentioned, wins as the wild card. So Joe Jefferson, has the first wild card, and since there's no other winners in the top 20, it goes by points, and then Brady Wormness has the other one. But of course, we're going to have more winners this season, the All-Star race, so anything can happen. You look down 21st to 40th. Luke Rain trying to get up into that top 20 with his win. He's very, very close to doing so. Cynthia Bright, Kevin Band also trying to do the same. They're trying to get up there. It's going to be a wild season to see who can get up there. Julius Anderson, Jonathan Buford have had tough seasons. They're down 42nd and 41st. Then Jake Jefferson is 40th. Just disappointing for those guys. Evan Hunter finally gets another top 10 this season, moves himself up to 36th. That 11 team has had some momentum as of late. So the next race will be the Tums 500 at Martinsville. See you guys then.